I've already got some bullet points I can write down for some of the things like leadership. And I actually do this spa officer position. I actually just got asked from my psychology department if I wanted to do it. And what I do is it's just like one event every month helping with mental health awareness. They do like different activities that I will conduct, like plan with other officers, and then we'll make it happen. And it's like super interesting, exciting, and something new, different than just working at patient care over at the hospital, trying to mix it up a little bit. I'll have to add that to it.
Yes.
But so for the essay, do you have any other advice you can kind of give me for for the essay itself?
Yeah, so the essay is 800 words, right? And you can do it on anything. The website, the Udall application, and their foundational website, they give you a link to go look for all their speeches. They have like a whole like online museum about them, and they have their speeches, their legislative acts that they've pushed, so you can see things that they've put into motion. They've had events, they have like everything that they've done. And so you pick that, and the essay's not personal. Like I said, don't make it up just about you, connect it to you and your ambitions. And it's neither policy proposal. So don't write about what they talked about. Don't summarize. It's a little bit of a combination of the two. It falls in the middle of being personal and like a proposal. The best essays demonstrate an understanding of Morrison Udall and Stewart Udall environmental tribal policy legacy, and clearly relate to like your own chosen topic. So don't just pick any one, it has to relate to what you're applying for. So I did like some tribal policy stuff on a speech for that. And since you're doing healthcare related, you'd have to pick something that relates to who you are and how you can connect it. And like I said, it's okay to disagree. I disagree, like I didn't disagree, but I felt like he could do better. And I made that a point clear, like you're taking on his legacy and doing better after his legacy. And so how I printed it out, how I wrote the paper, I printed out the whole speech. It was like 30 pages, so do it on campus. Don't use your own printer. But I laid it out on a table. I highlighted things that caught my attention. I highlighted things I agreed with I disagreed with. I highlighted things that I wanted to talk about in the paper. And then I drafted the paper while I was reading it and putting bulletin points, because there are long speeches and you want to do the most important things out of that speech and talk about it because it's only 800 words. And so you got to be very, very specific and to the point with it while also bringing in yourself. And then a good essay will do more than summarize a Udall speech or legislative act. Your analysis should demonstrate that you are well informed about past or present environmental or Native American issues and are familiar with Morris Udall and Stewart Udall's legacy. So, relating your analysis to your career goals, you engage with the text of the speech or in the intent or the impact of the legislation. So it's a little bit of reflection of both. What are they saying? How are you connecting? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you going to continue that on?
Yeah. Oh, you hear a little kid in the background.
No worries.
But oh yeah, this has been great. I love all the information I'm hearing. It actually makes me even more excited to do the scholarship, even though I have like a whole year to get it done.
Yeah.
It's still very interesting. And so like you choose articles, like specific articles that they already have, or speeches in that form that are already on the website. It's just in an area.
Yep. So like I said, Morris and Stewart are no longer here on Earth, so they were continuing their legacies. And there is a website that the Udall Foundation page will send you to. And like if you go to About Us, they have links to Morris Udall, and you can click on it. You're fine. We understand it's a baby.
Yeah, she's pretty cute. COVID doesn't stop me.
Yep, that's for sure. then you click on the Morris Udall like memorial thing and a website. You click on what are some legislative acts, they have a whole page of all their speeches in like order from when it first was to his very last. And then you can go on like the federal government websites and type in his name, and all the things he's worked on is on there as well. So you can find a lot of things on the websites and federal government websites about the things that they've said and done.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's great. I don't know if there's any more. I don't have any other questions. I don't think. I think you pretty much answered all of them. Got a great amount of information. But like, since now do you have to do anything after you got accepted for the scholarship? Because you're a scholarship winner. Do you go to any other orientations or have any people you got to chat with every so often, or is it just here's your money, you're a member now, we're gonna send you stuff and hope you do well in your career? Is that kind of how it is, or?
Yeah, there's no expectations after you do the orientation other than getting good grades. And then like the funding goes to your schooling. There's really like they don't really have you prove that. They already take an analysis of what you need and give you how much of what you're based off of. The only like everything you do after is up to you. If you want to get more involved with the Udall community, you can participate in the listserv. So there's like a email listserv. If you email it, it sends to everyone that's been a scholar. And when they send emails, you get continuous connections. There's job postings on there, there's internship postings on there. You get a lot of stuff. And then they also have a Udall Alumni Board Association, which I've took a part in for a year, and you can participate in that just as an alumni, and you work on things of how to connect all the Udalls together. So there's networking regions, so you can hop on Zoom calls or find people in your community that